crazy illusions. Watch this awesome effect that shows you what happens when you swing a ball in front of a concave mirror. I could watch this one all day. This image looks like it shows a spiral, but in reality, it's just a bunch of completely normal circles. For some reason though, I still can't seem to wrap my head around it. Check out this video of how AI tries to create a nature scene. It's pretty trippy. As you look around this image, you'll start to see gray dots in every corner, but they're not there at all. If you look closely, you'll see there's nothing in each corner, but the black boxes still somehow create this illusion. Believe it or not, this photo isn't edited at all. The objects are just perfectly lined up to make it seem like there are 4 different photos connected. This one's so weird. Check out this checkerboard that looks like it's morphing in the middle, but it's actually completely normal. The mini squares inside of them just create this weird effect. If you move your head back and forth, you'll see a cat in this image of black bars. My eyes are gonna break with this one. If we stare at this plus, the faces on the side will start to look like aliens. But when you look at each face, you'll realize they're all completely normal. I'm so confused. Is this cat walking up or down the stairs? To me, it seems to be walking up, but it looks different for different people. What do you see? All of these circles are the exact same color. They're all yellow. But when zoomed out, you can see different colors like red, green, and pink. Whoa. These gray bars under A and B are exactly the same color, even though the ones under B seem to be lighter. Here's another one. Is this dresser blue and gray or pink and white? I see blue and gray, but this one also looks different depending on who you ask. This boat seems to be floating above the water, but in reality, it's just an illusion caused by fog. These 2 circles are completely normal, but for some reason they confuse your brain and look just a bit off. For me, it even seems like they're crossing each other. Weird. Are there 1 or 2 faces in this image? I only see 1, but there's supposed to be a second inside this mask. Can you see it? Stare at the plus in the center of this image. Do you see a green circle popping up in the spots where the pink balls are disappearing? Your brain creates this illusion of green colors, but in reality, there's nothing there. It's completely gray. This guy has a hilarious tattoo that makes it look like he's actually super small and just controlling his whole body like a machine. Believe it or not, there actually isn't any red color in this image at all. But your eyes still manipulate the strawberries to make them seem red. These 2 orange circles are exactly the same size, but for some reason, the surrounding gray dots make them seem to be different sizes. Just check out what happens when we compare them using 2 red lines. Whoa. This park seems to be spherical from a certain perspective, but it's actually completely normal. Can you see the cigar in this image? It takes most people minutes of searching before they finally find it. Can you see it? Are you able to see the 16 circles in this image? You might see squares at first until you focus on the in-between space. Stare at this red dot for a few seconds and then look around your room. I'm watching. I'm staring. Your surroundings will seem to move and warp. This one's crazy. The squares in the center of each side of this cube are exactly the same color, but for some reason the one on the side seems to be orange. In reality, they're exactly the same. This bridge looks huge, but it's really just a foot tall. It really shows the power of perspective. As you slowly move your phone, this square will pop out at you and seem 3D. It's a still image, but seems like it's moving. Watch what happens when you move a glass of water past these images. The water refracts the light and completely changes how the images appear. This illusion might freak you out when you realize the marker being used is actually a finger. It's a pretty convincing trick. Watch this illusion that's meant to mess with your eyes by distorting a forest. Whoa. These rings move in an impossible way and really mess with your head. I could keep watching this one forever to try to understand it, but it's literally only possible with CGI. This is a perfectly normal checkerboard with no curves at all. The pluses on each corner just make it seem to be all warped. You can actually see the normal grid for just a second while they rotate. These 2 yellow bars are exactly the same. The train tracks just make the one at the top seem larger. Watch this illusion that's meant to mess with your eyes by distorting a forest. It's a perfect loop, so you could watch forever and never see the penguin reach the bottom. This illusion tricks your brain as you watch marbles balance on what looks like a round barn roof. Just watch what happens when you rotate the camera and see the truth. These women look completely normal until you rotate the image right side up and realize their eyes and lips have been completely flipped. For whatever reason, when they're upside down, you can't really tell if anything's off. This perspective illusion lets you view different hallways by moving around. It's pretty confusing until you realize the painting is literally sticking out. These 2 images are completely identical, but for some reason the image on the right looks like it's a different picture showing a different angle. The pattern of shadows coming from this table makes it look like this guy is wearing stockings. Take a look at this illusion that makes this guy look huge. He looks so big because he's standing close to the camera on a thin balance line, but our eyes still have trouble fully understanding how this works. This isn't a painting, it's actually a mirror. By taking this picture as the sun is setting, the sky in the background looks way darker than the image, creating this cool painting effect. If the color of the water perfectly perfectly blends in with this guy's jeans in this image, making it seem like his body is just floating in midair. This makeup artist is able to paint a 3D illusion on her own hand. It seems like her hand has become a donut. Great work. This illusion has been designed to trick your eyes. It's impossible to see all 12 black dots at the same time. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to do it. Try it yourself. This is an extremely confusing picture. At first, it might look like he's standing next to a tree facing the lake, but in reality, he's lying back on the tree and the lake is the sky. Whoa. The way these mugs are stored makes them all seem to be blurry. It's like the way my vision works in a dream. In this image, the floor is completely flat. The carpet just makes it look like there are holes and dips. It's so weird. Why would anyone want this carpet?